59J, Neko 9. Let's go. Yeah.
I'm sideways in a bucket ducking 5-0.
Homie, are you down the ride?
Rims spinning, windows tinted and my eyes low.
Just know that I'm
Hey,
down.
yo, what's good with everybody, man? I hope everybody's having a productive day, feeling blessed, and like I always say, it's one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. Well, as you can see with the thumbnail, man, we're going to take it to the streets of San Jose. Specifically, an old neighborhood, a neighborhood that's been there for quite some time. A lot of other San Joneros all over YouTube can tell you about that neighborhood. Real notorious when it comes to Norteños. So let's get into the video. With that being said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, always leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Check the links in the description for my Apple and Spotify music. Go ahead and run my streams up. And you can check out my playlist section on my YouTube channel and check out my music right there. Thank you guys for you guys' time. Most importantly, thank you guys for your guys' support. Today we're going to talk about Roosevelt Park Norteños. Now, mind you, trust me, though, I think I said it like maybe last year. I was like, bro, when I was in San Jose, I wanted to pull over and take a picture at Roosevelt Park. Then I wound up doing a story about Norteños in San Jose with the Crips. And I got the message like, hey, bro, the Norteños from Roosevelt Park said, man, you show up, man. They got something for you. I was like, okay, all right. I won't go there. It's just a small park, as you guys can see. But anyways, when I first heard about Roosevelt Parque, believe it or not, is when I was listening to GUN CDs coming up. Now, I was 13 years old, 14 years old. Yeah, maybe 12, 13, 14, around those areas when I was first started bumping GUN. And I was young. I was only living in Tulare County at the time. I only been in like 2 different states, but I had never been up north past the 209. So when I used to listen to the GUN CDs, hearing about Merced, all the Norteños out of Merced, and in a group home with a lot of Norteños from Merced and San Jose, you know, I used to always want to be that kid, like, man, I want to go up there and bang with the homies. You know, I'm down here banging with TC, man. I know everybody. We beef with everybody, but I want to know what it's like because Tulare County didn't get the recognition like San Jose did, like Salinas did, like the Bay Area did. That's where all Norteño music was coming out from. Tulare County was barely doing, you know, Sonny Boy Lokesta, Baby Boy Annie, and Mr. Criminal, who I can't wait to do a video and clown about. We didn't have a lot of Norteños coming up from the valley. So hearing Norteños come out from the Bay Area and up north, you know, it was inspiring to young Norteños and my generation of Norteños in Tulare County because we were like, bro, that's where it's at, man. The capital of homeboys up there. That's what it felt like listening to the music, like they believed in it harder than we did. Like they knew something we didn't know. Like we were just the bottom of the barrel. So we tried harder. Even though we politic, even though we had so many NF members come out of Tulare County and we had regiments on lock, it still didn't feel the same like, you know, Norteños banging in the Bay and up north. Because to them, we're considered down south. So anyways, when I first heard about Roosevelt Park, I started, it was a rapper named Gato Mas Loco, the individual you see on the screen. You know, he's a big representative of Roosevelt Park. And he was on the Cuete CD, this one right here that you see. And the song is called OG Gato. Dude, honestly, it's been since 2001. But play it in front of me, and I can sing his whole song by heart. Him, and then there was a Nightmare from Westside Merced. Sucks to say it, bro, but give me any GUN CD back then, and I'll play it. And I swear, every song I can memorize. I will tell you, I memorized every song. I used to bump it that much until they introduced me to Woody, and then I kind of started pulling away for a little bit. But I actually know OG Gato's song on this CD. And he's still doing music to this day, you know, veterano. So Roosevelt Park's real known. It's a very small park, as you can see. But, you know, it does have its crime. These Norteños have been indicted on different occasions. Like this one right here. 5 individuals, Norteños, all adults. This 8th grader right here you see across the screen. His dad dropped him off to go play basketball with his brother. Obviously, he was part of some middle school or high school tournament when it comes to basketball, and he was wearing a blue hat. Just a blue hat. And a group of Norteños decided to, you know what, press him. They even pulled up his shirt. Dude had not one single tattoo on his body. And they beat him. And they beat him to death. A couple of individuals got convicted for the homicide. His brother tried to jump in. They beat his brother up. And then other individuals tried to stop the assault from happening because we see nothing but 25 and 30-year-old adults. I think one of them was like 19. Jumping this 8th grade kid over a blue hat and everybody else was getting threatened if they decided to jump in and try to protect the kid. But this particular case I want to talk about is very interesting. Now, you had two norteños. One of them had a girlfriend named Crystal. The norteño in the case, his name was Raymond, and his homie, his name was Roach. So his girlfriend decides to invite a couple of homegirls because they never been to San Jose. She wanted to come kick it. The homegirls got a car. They wanted to make it a night of mobbing. So the girls come, pick up the homegirl, pick up her boyfriend and his homie, and now they're sliding around through San Jose, just slapping. So they pull up at a red light, and they're slapping norteño music, loud and proud. Now, I can't say if it was a GUN city like I would have been slapping back in the day, but, obviously it was norteño music, norteño rap that had a lot of derogatory slang in reference to sureños and how you disrespect sureños. Well, sure enough, right at this red light, just like perfect alignment of the world, of the universe, said, hey, well, here you go. Guess who pulled up next to you? Two sureños in a Ford Crown Victoria. So the sureños are hearing the norteño music, and they start gangbanging on them. So you got two norteños in the car. Roach is the one that's driving at the time. The girls have no idea. They just see two southern dudes banging them out. Fools are in the car like, man, what the hell? What's going on? These fools are really banging on us? They tripping like that? Out here in San Jose like that? Norteño capital of the world? And they tripping like that? But the sureños in the car like, what's up, fool? Yo, turn that music down, bro. You playing that way too loud, homie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The girls don't have no idea. Because the girls that came ain't from San Jose, don't know how these individuals bang. They just came to have a good time with their homegirl. But obviously, Crystal knew what's up with their own man. So the norteños in the car all pumped up, and they start banging back. And while they're banging back, what does the sureños do? Start flipping off the norteños. Norteños start flipping off the sureños. But the light turns green. Roach drives off with the girls. But the sureños start following them, tailgating them. And they noticed that. They noticed like these fools are on them. They're trying to press a line on these dudes. So what do the norteños do? They're like, man, pull over, bro. Let's get on these dudes. We're gonna F them up. Girls still have no idea what's going on. Now they're in a panic. They ain't probably never been around gang beefing like this in their whole lives. They just know about it. So they pull up in a residential area and pull up on a driveway. But as they're doing so, the sureños hit the back passenger's door with the car, smack it, bam. And the sureño driver decides to get out and start swinging at the passenger window, trying to stab Raymond. We're gonna call him Ray. Starts trying to stab Ray, trying to shank him through the window. The girls see what's going on, but the sureño that was in the passenger seat jumps out of the car, gets in the driver's seat, and reverses it. So when he reverses it, the two norteños jump out and they start jumping that sureño. As that's going on, that's commotion, right? Another brawling, 2-on-1. I don't know what this sureño's doing in the meantime as he's reversing the damn car. But the women in the car are starting to panic. They're starting to freak out. One of them, the owner of the vehicle, she decides to jump in the car. I mean, it's her car, bro. Like I'm saying, she already got it, hit twice. And she drives off, leaving the two norteños by themselves with these two sureños, and one of them's in the car. About to try to hit, he's pretty much reversing because he's going to ram the norteños with the car. So the girlfriend, she's yelling at her homegirl like, hey, fool, you better stop the damn car and go back. That's my man out there. Man, if something happens to him, and it's on you, bro, and I'm going to hurt you. That right there alone, later on during the court proceedings, they got her for criminal threats for threatening her homegirl to go back, saying that if she didn't go back to go pick up her boyfriend, they're going to knock her down. So homegirl hits the reverse, drives all the way back. As she's driving back, while she's driving back, the sureño in the vehicle is trying to hit the norteños with the car because they're jumping his homie. But his homie pulls out a shank and hits one of them in the leg. But they're still jumping on him, so dude's, a little bit overwhelmed. He's trying to swing the filero. During the whole commotion, he drops the knife. The car tries to hit both norteños. They jump out the way, and the sureño winds up going up a driveway. Bam, hits something. I think like a garage. So while he's hitting it in reverse, one of the norteños grabs a knife, picks it up, and starts plugging the sureño. His homie just sits there and watches. So now dude hits reverse. The other car with all the homegirls is coming back. Now they collide. Bam, and they wreck. By the time you know it, the two norteños jumped in the car. Right in the car. Bam. And just told homegirl, drive off. So they drive off. Roach is in the back seat like, yeah, man, we got that fool, man. We plugged him, bro. We hit him, woo, woo. But Ray's over here telling him like, hey, bro, shh, man, what the hell, man? Because he sees the girls panicking, they're freaking out. Dude's bleeding out his leg. So he's like, man, shut up, man. Nobody talk anything to the cops. Don't say anything, nothing at all. Period. Tells everybody to shut up and calm down because the girls are freaking out. So the Norteños suggested to go to their hood. You already know why they're going to go to their hood. So they pull up at Roosevelt Park, but it's lit up with cops. Lit up with cops. So he's like, nah. Go ahead and hit a U-turn, bro. You know what I mean? Don't look obvious. Drive off. So they drive off to Ray's grandma's house. Well, the dad and the cousin show up outside. They confront the two individuals. The girls are still waiting in the car. They're freaking out. They're panicking. There's blood all over the car. And what does Ray do? Hey, yeah, fool, we just caught this Sureño slipping, but you know what word he used? Man, we plugged him hella times, bro. We got away, bro. It's good, bro. But I got hit in the process. So some suggestions were being made. They get back in the car. The dude tells this girl, hey, man, take us to, Boxer. There's a Norteño from Roosevelt Park named Boxer. He had a house full of Norteños. Some of them were his cousins. Some of them were homies. Some of them were like uncles and aunts and all that. It was just a house full of Norteños and Norteñas. So they get out the car. The girlfriend's too busy telling her homegirl, like, bro, you need to relax. You guys need to calm down. You guys are overreacting. Blah, 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 all that crazy crap. They go inside. Same thing. Both Norteños start telling everybody from the hood, yeah, when we just caught this fool slipping, we started booking them on bleeding. All the Norteños in the house see all the girls freaking out, sitting there shaking, don't know what to do. You kind of get an idea, like when somebody doesn't know how to handle the situation, whether they're going to tell or not. It's just we'll call it a gangster's instinct. You kind of look at them like, nah, bro, you going to tell, bro. You could just feel it. So the Norteños in the house are looking at this one particular girl who happened to testify and then make this whole case unfold. They notice she's over there on that couch, paranoid, freaking out, because that's her vehicle. It's full of blood. She just got into it. She's part of an accessory of a stabbing that she's seen. So she's freaking out, bro. But what do you expect from women that are not involved in their life, but just happen to hang out with a homegirl who happens to be dating one that just goes around because that's her boyfriend, and he just so happens to be around a bunch of Norteños who politic and live under this gang culture? They don't know nothing about it. So all the Norteños in the house start just doing subliminal suggestions like, man, if y'all say anything, bro, snitches die, right? We got to kill snitches. Ain't no snitching on the code. That big old suggestive narrative that, just to try to persuade them from even conceiving the thought of telling about what happened. The Norteño that got stabbed, he's getting stitched up by somebody's aunt, stitching him up just raw, like he wasn't going to get an infection or get TB or, with sinus infection. I don't know. But they're watching that particular homegirl, even plotting on removing her and taking her out the game because they can't trust her. The way she's acting, the way she's fidgety. They just had this in the back of their head like, bro, she gonna tell, bro. She's gonna break, bro. But it's her car. So she goes outside and they actually follow her with the girlfriend. And they start telling her like, look, man, we're gonna burn your car and we're gonna need you to report it stolen, man. They got the homie's blood all over it, DNA, bro. We gotta get rid of that DNA. We're just gonna burn it. Yeah, tell her to burn her own vehicle that she's gonna eventually have to pay for. I don't know if she had good insurance or not, Maybe she had a Allstate or Progressive. Then it would have been fine. So they convince her. As they convince her and they go do that, they're telling her, here, this is the story you're going to tell the cops in order for the cops not to, gain any suspicion. And you better not lie. You better not say anything. You better just tell them exactly what we're telling you. All the Norteños are involved in it, telling her, like coaching her what she needs to say because she has to report the car stolen. So they do. They report the car stolen. Cops show up. They listen to her little statement that they created, that, devious plan of lies. The cops don't even fall for it. But I think what they did is they kind of like manipulated the situation because I think they seen that she was scared. Cops are, they can read body language, man. They just know, just like gangsters know. So they look at her like, man, you lying, man. You need to stop lying to us. And then when they see they wouldn't cave in, the other two girls didn't cave in. They were like, man, I don't know anything. Just got stolen. But they knew her. They're like, man, we can get her to crack. So she's already cracking. We just got to flick it. Humpty Dumpty will fall and crack. So what they did was they just said, persuaded her, we got an eyewitness that can testify and identify that you were there at the scene of the crime. Don't even know what scene of the crime it is because they didn't tell her that they already heard about the scene and what took place. Cops were already called. And they found the vehicle. They pulled the Sureños over already in advance before all this transpired, before they decided to call the cops and report the car stolen. The dude was stabbed 10 times in his face, his head, his abdomen, his chest. 10 times, and the dude survived. The dude survived. That's a trip. That's a trippy out part. So they got the vehicle. They got the victims. She was like, hey, man, can I talk to you on the side of the curb? She wanted to pull the cops away So that way the two homegirls didn't hear her testifying about the whole thing and gave up the whole shebang. The whole shebang. But during the whole court proceedings, obviously the girl that, you know, the owner of the vehicle, she's not a part of this. She's not a part of the lifestyle. So she testifies just saying what she's seen that night. The girlfriend took a plea deal, got criminal threats for threatening her. Like if she didn't go back and pick up her own man, she was good as dead. She got criminal threats and got a lesser sentence, but the same charges if she was to testify in court about everything that will happen. But I think the boyfriend, Ray, he decided to speak on some of it in order just to take the blame for everything, because not at trial. He didn't testify at trial on his own behalf. But there was a preliminary hearing or a different hearing before the trial ever took place where he admitted it. That, look, man, dude pulled out a knife. I wasn't carrying a knife. Yeah, dude dropped it. It's only because he was trying to shank me. And I didn't want to leave because I thought they were going to still follow us. So that's why I just got out with the only intention was to fight him. I didn't want to stab him, but I wound up picking up the knife and, you know, it just happened. I overreacted. He made that statement, but because he was actually confessing to it, so his homie Roach wouldn't go to jail for it neither. So he was taking the rap for it, and I think it's because he was trying to get his girlfriend a lesser time. He was pretty much talking about, you know, certain circumstances of the case, not all of it, not the threatening the witnesses and all that, just the particular stabbing in itself. But the girlfriend actually testified too, said the whole thing, just like the homegirl of the vehicle, said the whole thing. Overall, this is what happened. He gets charged for 2 counts, right? Arson for burning the vehicle, and then dissuasion, you know, like tampering with witnesses or trying to dissuade the witness from testifying or snitching and all that crazy crap. He got charged for those. Then he got charged with the gang enhancement. And then, to top it all off, the Sureños didn't testify in court, didn't even identify the suspects at all, period. But he gets charged for that assault with the intent to force great bodily injury. And then, right when he was in county jail facing all this, an unrelated murder just comes up. And he got charged for that in a total of 39 years to life in prison. All from just one night of bumping a Norteño CD in San Jose out loud. And the Sureños heard it, decided to bang back. All this stems from just the Norteño music playing out loud. That's how dangerous that music was back in the day. The GUN CDs, if you ever heard of them, they caused me to put in a lot of work and do a lot of street violence and a lot of street damage to people because of what that music was created for and what it was capable of doing to a young Norteño's mind. Just like Norteño music today, if you really listen to it and the way they still bang on each other, you know, people look up to that music, listen to that music, and it just gives them that, you know, that pump, that adrenaline that they want, that they need to go out there and put in work. Now, I can't really say anything about the unrelated murder because it wasn't discussed about. So obviously they had enough evidence in that case to link him with this case. So it was consecutive all the way around, and he got 39 years to life. So I wanted to bring you that story, man. When I read the paperwork, man, it was an incredible story. I was like, wow, all that from a damn CD, just playing your music too damn loud in traffic, man. Isn't there laws against bumping your music that loud? Because I know I got pulled over once for bumping my music loud. But I wanted to bring that story to you guys' attention. So with that being said, like I always say, it's one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. Peace.